Hi, I'm Dean Webb with Merlin Cyber, and let's talk about how to zero trust. Remember the 3 pillars: always check identity, limit the blast radius, and automate responses. Today, I'm focusing on automating responses. And this one is the most difficult of them all. The old way is to alert only when something happens. The reason this is the way is because people are afraid of what happens when they automate a response. Am I going to block the wrong person? Am I going to take down production? Am I going to lose my job because of a decision that I allowed an automatic system to make? One, there has to be something in place that acknowledges automated responses are going to happen, and that the persons who are in charge of those systems need to have protection. What I recommend is, if you're going to start automating, test, then trigger responses. By testing, you can have the activities that will be the automatic response trigger, but not actually carry the response all the way through. So you can see how many devices would be impacted. Look at the list of those impacted devices. Find the ones that shouldn't be impacted. Then go back and tune the logic that will now exclude those and only get the ones that should be gotten. Don't turn on the automatic response and hope that nothing bad happens. Test it. Find out that list. Have time, 30, 60, 90 days to put that in effect, to go to those machines and repair them, so that way when the go live date hits, you have 0 devices impacted. An old way: I'll notify the other teams of what I see here. That shouldn't be how we do it anymore. We've got to work together. We have to change the way we approach security. It cannot be siloed. It cannot be a matter of towers, one reaching to the other. We've got to come together. And this is where executive management has to be able to help bridge gaps that may exist historically in a corporation or organization. You've got to integrate the tools. And that may mean that if one tool detects that an agent is missing, it sends a message to the other tool or to a third tool that will now install that agent. And then it validates it's there and lets everything else know it's all going well. It needs to be automated, not just hand a report to someone to tell them here's something you got to do. Maybe instead hand a report that says here's something that the automation took care of while we slept. Finally, the manual ticketing system. We've got to have automated workflows, so that way when these responses happen, it automatically logs a ticket in your system, opens it up, takes care of something. You may have to manually close it, but at least it's automatically open. And you may be looking at this saying, hey, I am an administrator. What's going to happen to my job if we get rid of the old way? And all this is now taken over and it's all automated. Where do I fit in? Well, where you fit in is you're maintaining that system. You've got to check the logic. You're testing upgrades. You're checking on the integration, making sure the APIs still work. You're adding new things. You're making more integrations. You're using your mind in ways you haven't done in a long time because you're no longer burdened with the old drudgery. You're putting things together and making it work, and you're standing back and marveling at it. The highest levels of cybersecurity are unattainable without automated responses. Always check identity, limit the blast radius, automate responses. I know you can do this, and I'm with you. And I'm Dean Webb with Merlin Cyber. See you next time.